Well, it's not the result that we were expecting and that we were hoping for. The Chamber's position has always been that we would rather be in the EU than out of the EU. But having said that, the Chamber has been very consistent in its message over the last 6 months. We've always said Gibraltar has a diversified economy. It's traditionally been a resilient economy, and there are many other territories, small territories around the world that operate successful economies outside the EU, and there is no reason to think that Gibraltar would not be able to do the same.
Your statement says more jobs than ever in Gibraltar at present.
Correct.
Your positivity, I think, contrasts a little bit with the messages, or some of the messages that we've heard from the Stronger In campaign in recent months, which has painted a rather dark picture of where Gibraltar would be in the event that Britain voted to leave the EU.
Yes, that's been a slightly different message to the one that we've been saying. I didn't particularly agree with some of the doom and gloom messages that were being publicized out there by some campaigners, saying that this would be the end of Gibraltar if Brexit happened. I think that was to a degree campaigning sensationalism, and I certainly don't think that this is the end of Gib, economically or otherwise.
The Partido Popular did well at yesterday's election in Spain. Should Gibraltar and cross-frontier workers and traders in particular be concerned that we're in for another 4 years of difficult frontier movements?
Well, not more concerned than the last 4 years, and we've been continuing to grow economically year on year for the past 4 years. The PP still doesn't have an absolute majority. There's a big question mark on whether they'll actually be able to form government, so we'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, you're obviously feeling quite positive, or at least putting on a resilient face to what is quite a difficult situation. I mean, the Chamber must acknowledge, though, that a Partido Popular and a Brexit vote is hardly where Gibraltar wanted to be.
Of course not, that's correct. But there are so many balls up in the air in both the Brexit scenario and the Spanish electoral scenario that we just have to wait and see what the developments are. It's very difficult to predict what will happen in Spain, what will happen with Brexit. You will have seen developments over the weekend that they even mentioned that the Scots might be able to veto Brexit. So we just have to wait and see. As the Chief Minister said on Friday, it's business as usual for now. Let's concentrate on what we do best, which is marketing Gibraltar and doing business, and we'll have to adapt to scenarios as they develop. Gibraltar has the advantage that being a small jurisdiction and a small economy, where we can adapt that much more quickly than larger economies to changing circumstances, and we have to use that to our advantage.
And finally, Christian, what would your message be to the Gibraltar business community?
I think to be quietly confident that things will turn out well for Gibraltar, that Gibraltar's economy will adapt if necessary, and that we will continue to prosper.